Hello, I'm your English teacher, Sarir Irfan Nawaz, again before you, having a new video session based and researched on verb. In this video, students, I would teach you the concept of infinitive. But before we start the concept of infinitive, I would like to let you know the verb and its two kinds, finite and non-finite, are infinitive. Verb. According to the verb, we have two kinds, finite and non-finite. Finite is a kind of a verb which is limited to a subject or tense. In this regard, you will have to understand what is the finite verb. The finite verb, actually, I have told you earlier, when something subject like he, she, it, and the singular are used in simple present tense, they will be having a kind of a verb with which we will be adding s, es, and ies. This thing happens in only simple present tense because if you start a sentence with he, she, it, and singular, you will be writing s or es. But this thing does not happen any other tense. It happens in only simple present tense. How? Look, he writes, he sits, he goes, she goes, it goes, singular writes, singular swims. So these are the some examples of a finite verb. Secondly, am is a helping verb which is limited to a subject. What? I am. We always use am with I. We do confuse is or with I. This is the specific stuff. So these are the two kinds which shows the example of finite verb. The second one is non-finite. In other words, it's a very famous known name, infinitive. What is infinitive? An infinitive actually is a base form. When you use the first form of the verb, that is called infinitive. But you will have to understand a bit more. Don't be confused, it's very easy to understand. There are four kinds of infinitive. Number one, bare are zero infinitive. Number two, average infinitive. Number three, full infinitive. And number four, split infinitive. I can let you know again. First one, bare are zero infinitive. Second, average infinitive. Third, full infinitive. And fourth, split infinitive. Let's get started working on the examples. It will be very easy for you to understand them. Bare infinitive. What is a bare infinitive? When you do not use to with the first form. Actually, infinitive is to and first form. When you use to and first form in a sentence, that is called infinitive. But in the base infinitive, we do not write to before the base form. Now you can see they will buy a new car. In this sentence, buy is a bare or zero infinitive. We have not used to. So this is bare infinitive. Wherever you use first form of the verb without to, these are all called bare or zero infinitive. Like simple present tense, we use bare infinitive. After the certain modal verbs, we use bare infinitive. In the causative sentences, we use bare infinitive. So there are some certain examples we can see it. The second one is average infinitive. So this in this sentence, you will see first once the verb has been mentioned, the second time it's not going to be mentioned again. So how? Average infinitive, like he has not visited his friend, but now he is to. It means that the word visited has been mentioned before, and the next sentence, I have written only two, it means that I have hidden the previous word again. I don't want to repeat it. So that is called abridged infinitive. When we only use two, but we do not use first form again because it has already been used. Another example, Aisha has not married yet, but now she plans to. Okay? He hasn't got his result, but now he hopes to. What is? These are the example which shows us that the first part of the sentence verb has been used and I am not going to use it again. The third one is full infinitive. In this example, you will see the actual position of an actual form of infinite, to and first form. That is called full infinite. Like I want to complete my work. I want to complete my work. So when you use I want to complete my work, so after the want to and complete is the full infinite. There are more example. He likes to visit his new friends. To visit is example of infinite. I want to talk to my teacher. So to talk is infinite. So whenever you use to and first form in a sentence, that is called infinite, full infinite. The fourth one is split infinitive. Split infinitive is a kind of infinitive in which sometime we write adverb of manner between the to and the first form of the verb. Although it is informal, it is not formal, it is informal, and we should avoid it. How? Look, she decided to boldly go to the cinema. Now you should have said, she decided to go to the cinema. Boldly should be at the end of the sentence. We can write. That is a verb of manner. Okay. But now, whenever we bring adverb of manner between to and first form, that is called split infinitive. The second example, when we make a negative infinitive, we use not to make it negative. How? We say, he has refused. Okay? He has refused not to help his friend. Okay? He has refused not to help his friend. So, not to help his friend, it means I am using not before the to. When I use to, after not, after the to, if I say, he has refused to not to help his friend. So that is called split infinite. It should be avoided because it is informal. Okay, the formal way is he has refused not to help his friend. That is the proper way. Another example, she has decided not to join online classes. She has decided not to join, not to join. I am using not before the to. That is the proper way, not to use, not to join online classes. If I say the she has decided to not join, so that is called split infinite. It should be avoided. I hope so you have understood. So this is the way, the four kinds of the infinite. Now come how it can be used. How many ways can be used? There are six proper ways, common and proper ways that we can use it. The first, as an object of the preposition. How it can be used? The speaker is about to begin. Speaker is about to begin. So in this sentence, before the begin, we are using preposition. The second example, he had no choice but to obey. But to obey. Look, this is a kind of preposition. Okay, and to obey, so we can say that this sentence belongs to a kind of infinitive, and before that we have a preposition. So these are the two examples. The second one is as a subject of a verb. To find a fault is easy. To speak truth is good deed. To find and to speak, both of them have been used at the subject place. Rest of the area is called predicate. So this to find has been used as a subject of this whole sentence, and to speak has been used as a subject for the whole sentence, that is called as a subject of a verb. As a subject of a verb. So you can say as a sentence as well. And why is a verb actually? Verb is because it is a verb. And verb has been used as a subject. Third, as the object of a transitive verb. I do not like to waste my time. Like to waste. Like to waste. Look, like is a transitive verb. It means that this sentence can be converted into the passive voice. That's why it is transitive. And to waste is a infinitive. So it tells us about like. It modifies like. It tells us more about like. Now he wants to join cadet college. To join is a infinitive and tells us about the wants like a verb. So these are the examples of object of the transitive verb. Fourth, as the complement of a verb, her greatest player is to sing. Is to sing. What is to? This is actually a be verb. You can use was verb. Was, were, is, am, are. So her greatest player is to sing. To sing is an infinitive. It tells us about be verb. Second, his custom is to write daily. To write is infinitive, and behind what? There is be verb. So this is the way that we can understand the concept of complement of the verb. These are the four ones. And the fifth one is as an adjective. It can be used as an adjective as well. My mother wants me to stay at home. To stay is infinitive, and before that we have a pronoun. So you know that the definition of adjective is a definition of adjective describes the noun and pronoun. Look at here, pronoun has been described by the help of infinitive. So to stay and me, this is the example of infinitive but has been used as an adjective. The second example, it is important to leave all the to learn, sorry, it is important to learn all the tenses. To learn all the tenses. To learn is infinitive, important is a noun. So it is also a kind of example which shows that this sentence belongs to infinitive but has been used as an adjective. Third, sixth one, he wants to improve his grammar. To improve is infinitive. It tells us about wants verb. So this is kind of an adverb. And she likes to meet new friends. To meet is a verb, infinitive, and which tells us about the verb likes, that is modified the verb. So this is the story that we have understood the concept of. In this video, I tried my level best to convey my message about the concept of infinitive while telling you the four kinds of infinitive: bare infinitive, abridged infinitive, full infinitive, and split infinitive. These are the examples. Second one, I told you the 6 ways to use object infinitive. First, object of the preposition. Second, subject of a verb. Third, object of a transitive verb. Fourth, as the complement of a verb. Fifth, as an adjective. And seventh and sixth, as an adverb. So these are the 6 usages of infinitive and the 4 kinds. Student, viewers, definitely I hope so that you must have understood the concept of infinitive very well. So thank you so much for being with me. Stay home safe, please. Thank you so much. Bye bye.